This episode of Critical Hit is being brought to you by Harry's. Go to harrys.com/critical hit to start shaving better today. Before we get into this week's episode of Critical Hit, I just wanted to give a shout out to some of our other podcasts that we do. Some of you only listen to this show and maybe only know us through Critical Hit, but we have a number of other shows that we produce on a weekly basis, including the Major Spoilers podcast, which is a general pop culture and comic book show that has Matthew and Rodrigo and Ashley Victoria Robinson and myself on it. We also have Munchkinland, which is our gaming podcast, our board gaming podcast, as well as news and discussion about what's going on in the gaming industry. So you might want to check that one out. It's called Munchkinland. If you love a list, and who doesn't love a list, check out Top 5, where Matthew, Rodrigo, and I will share our top 5 whatevers in a number of different categories. Could be movies, could be comics, could be games, could be music, could be you name it. It's probably on the Top 5 podcast. Those are just some of the shows that we do. We also do some live stuff. Don't forget, you can follow our channel at youtube.com/Major Spoilers Video. And you can follow our Twitch channel, where we do a lot of stuff on Fridays and Saturdays, at twitch.tv/Major Spoilers. We hope to see you over there. Finally, I would be remiss if I didn't mention our Patreon page at patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Are you done listening to this episode? You want to hear what happens next? Then become a patron at the $5 and higher level, and you can get access to Critical Hit a week ahead of everyone else. As I mentioned, this show is being brought to you this week by Harry's. Harry's is a great razor company. That's me personally saying this. I've been using these Harry's razors for a long time, and what I like about them is they don't have to go all fancy. They don't have to have flex ball heads or heated handles or any of that kind of stuff. They just provide great razors at an affordable price. They focus on sharp, durable blades at a fair price. Like I said, I've been using these for years. And yes, I know I have a beard, but I don't have a beard that covers my entire neck or goes all the way up to the top of my forehead. I still use a razor and I have to shave, and I shave other places as well. And that's why I enjoy the Harry's razors. Harry's is a return to the essentials. Quality, durable blades at a fair price. Heck, $2 a blade? That can't be beat. You know, they've cut out the middleman. They're manufacturing blades in Germany in a factory that they own, and this factory has been doing this for over a century, which means you get incredibly high-quality blades at factory direct prices. Harry's is super convenient. Blade refills are delivered directly to your door on a schedule. You don't have to go to the big box store. You don't have to stand around and wait for somebody to come and open the thing so they don't think that you're stealing. Then you get the blades, and you got to go stand in line, and then you got to wait for somebody in front of you who doesn't know how to use the swipe machine, and then they swipe it, and they turn the card around and swipe it again, and by the end of that, you're just like, all this for a blade? I just want to shave my face! Listeners, you can redeem a Harry's trial set at harrys.com/critical hit, and it will be delivered to your door. You'll get a weighted ergonomic handle with a firm grip. I really love that. A 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and a trimmer blade. Rich lathering shave gel with aloe that keeps your skin hydrated. You got to stay hydrated. And a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy to grab on the go. So what are you waiting for? Go get your trial set at harrys.com/critical hit, and make sure you use harrys.com/critical hit. That way they know that we sent you there, and start shaving better today. Thanks for sponsoring this episode of Critical Hit. And now let's get to the action. Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week as we continue our adventures in 4th edition. And Rodrigo's Void Saga tale had a bit of fun last time.
Did we?
On Critical Hit.
I mean, I did. We got to punch a bunch of people.
The game was fun and the punching was fun, but the whole setup is horrible and bad, and Rodrigo should be ashamed of himself. He should sit in the corner and think about what he did. But then again, that's what a DM does, is they torture us. Well, on Critical Hit.
From a corner, typically. Up like a table.
Yeah. All right, exactly.
Isn't the DM usually at the head of the table, though?
Depends on the table.
Yeah.
Our tables are circular, so
even
Which
fewer
means
corners?
they really have corners.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rodrigo.
Hey, man.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm okay.
All right. Let's you ready to play some games? I think everybody else is. What about you, Brian? You're over there mighty quiet.
Brian
knows how to read the room.
Ready to go. Who am I playing?
That is a good question.
I think you're the Savage Dragon, and Rob is Weapon X.
Which one?
Pick one.
Anyway.
Stop it. All right. So, yes. Actually, does anybody want to do a more complete recap than we punched some people?
We crashed our boat into a platform and are trying to figure out how to get it unstuck,
We're needing to
which
find
led
a
to us fighting a bunch of Gith, including a Gith that had Orem in his head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all have Orem in our head.
And we got to get out of here before thousands and thousands of Gith come back and eat us for lunch. But we're looking for a lever.
But at least hundreds.
A lot. Too many.
Yeah. 5,700.
So we're looking for a giant crowbar.
Well, we're looking for a lever big enough to move the world and or the boat.
You guys also have some time to spend healing surges.
Yes, I think we did all that at the end of
you
last
did all that at
session.
the end of last time?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, so there you guys are. You have one jewel that appears to have one Orem inside it. Who is holding on to the jewel?
Sakar is.
Sakar.
I think he put it in his pocket already.
Already did, yep. It's pocketed and it disappeared, and only little Sparkle will ever be able to find it. Because she's got that pocket sense.
I mean, yes, I suppose I could pick Orem out of your pocket if I was so inclined.
So is this a control? Is there some kind of a control room or something that might be connected to cranes or anything like that on the docks?
Not really. This area, this central building is pretty big though, so you're bound to find something. But no, there aren't any, there doesn't appear to be any obvious machinery.
Well, let's poke around a bit and see what's here.
Yep.
Obviously, this Gith Crystal Master must have been some kind of a bigwig among the Gith.
Yeah, we can take a look and then, I don't know, try starting to look through the rest of this facility.
Do we see anything that looks like it might be a tool and or an area for the storage thereof?
You can, once you start looking around, you can definitely find something that looks like storage. There's kind of a bit, actually there's a few rooms once you go below this sort of throne room area down the stairs. There's some rooms that are straight up like garages, to the extent that they even have basically retractable garage type doors, but obviously you need to move them manually.
Are those doors can we enter them at this point and see that they're clearly garage doors, or are we on the outside of the garage doors?
You're on the outside of the garage doors. You are essentially in a when you go downstairs, you find basically a storage facility. Like if you've ever been to a storage facility, it's just a hallway, and then there's retractable doors.
Segmented slidey doors.
Yeah, segmented slidey
make
doors.
A thievery check to see if there's a way these are supposed to be open before we just try to brute force them.
Yeah, each of them has a chain assigned to them, and they're not locked. It's pretty clear that they, like idiots, didn't expect a band of adventurers to murder their way all the way in here, so nothing's locked.
All right, let's start opening them.
Yeah.
All right,
gonna open. Chain.
Gonna grab one and pull a chain.
Okay. Well, pretty quickly you guys find a couple of devices, and basically what these look like are, those flat cars for carts for like lugging stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, except they have a curved, basically prong coming, like going all the way down its length and coming out a little bit past it. Those of you, or if any of you have any familiarity with like any actual like canoes or something, this is something that probably attaches to those like catamarans, and then you're able to basically pull them onto the dock to make repairs. So you guys are able to basically find a couple of these like big levers on wheels.
How difficult will they be to get out of here, do you think?
Presumably they're on wheels, not too hard.
Yeah, everything's level, and they're on your way in. You saw some ramps, so.
Okay, I was going to say, because we came downstairs. If we go back up ramps, that will work better.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to Holland.
All right, we're going to get to Holland.
Okay. You guys push them up the ramps, and you like realize that it's probably easier to pull them up the ramps, like turn them around and pull them. So you guys get them up the ramps, and then you can get them around past a bunch of like depressed crystals, and
I don't know. What is life like
forgot
anymore?
That's how we beat them.
Yes, I made rocks sad.
It's when your backstory is so depressing, you can hurt rocks.
And eventually you are able to roll these all the way back to your ship, which remains lodged onto the platform.
We shall now unlatch it with our new magical device that we have found.
I think it's mechanical, but that'll work as well.
Okay. So you got two of these. Who's gonna try to dislodge the ship?
Who's the strongest?
Guess that would be
Zakar.
Brinson and I.
Who would be the not quite so strongest?
7?
The punchy or the hammer character?
All right, well, I will take one, and whomever wishes to try the other, we'll see if we can do this with 4 hands rather than more.
I can try it.
All right.
Okay. Both of you can give me an athletics check.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm good at those.
I can roll twice.
Yeah.
Ah.
Did you really? Well, together we got a 20. Counting my 19.
I rolled a 5 with my second die.
That's okay.
Albrecht and Sakar get the lever part under, and then they pull down to dislodge the ship. Unfortunately, Sakar is significantly taller than Albrecht, so
yes,
he is able to start higher, and it causes you successfully dislodge the ship, but it causes it to kind of turn, and it kind of starts floating away.
No.
Once it's dislodged.
I will make a miraculous jump.
Okay, give me a miraculous jump check.
A miraculous jump check. Are we doing acrobatics here because of the fanciness of this jump?
I'll let you do acrobatics if it's better than athletics.
Oh yeah. 47.
47's good. It is moving away very quickly, but Seven Owls Wise manages to definitely jump and grab on to the edge.
Ooh, I'll haul myself up and run to the wheel and kind of turn it and guide it slowly back to the dock while screaming at
Drumstick?
Drumstick to come up and help actually dock this thing correctly so everyone else can get back on board.
Well, Drumstick comes up, but she's not much help.
Figures.
She's got no thumbs, Jude.
Don't run it into the dock again.
Yeah,
I will slowly ease it and yell at everyone to quick, get on board.
You guys, you definitely get like a moment where like Drumstick's like, I'll throw you a rope, and she throws like an entire bolt of rope that's not attached to anything.
I just shake my head at the wheel.
Is that a gangplank?
I'm gonna teleport onto the ship.
That's a good idea.
Show off.
Well, Sakar can teleport, can he?
Not without causing structural damage.
Oh, right.
If somebody wants me to take them with them, or take them with me, I can stab them.
Take the short squatty one.
Really want to be stabbed.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna grab. I assume there's more rope than just the one that Drumstick threw over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some more, tie it around something, or tie it around
Drumstick.
Definitely not Drumstick, because that'll just backfire even harder. And throw the other end to the rest of the team.
Okay.
All right, I'll grab it.
You guys are able to climb up the rope and get back on the ship.
Do we want to set fire to the docks?
Do we think it would burn?
I mean, it's wood, right?
Yeah, but it's treated wood, so it might not.
And then it would also probably draw undue attention and cause the Gith to descend on this area faster.
It's all coated in creosote. It won't burn.
Unfortunate.
I think we should just shove off and keep on going.
Okay.
All
Dallin,
right.
come and take the wheel and get us to where we need to be. Somebody needs a spyglass to look and see if we can find a landing place there at the, or what is ahead of the 1,000-hectare armory.
Yeah, somebody who's on the lookout.
I'll take lookout.
Okay.
And Dallin's driving.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Well, like I said before, you guys aren't too far away from the armory, given the stars that you can see. So you can kind of point it in the right direction and start heading that way.
Does it look like there's any other things that might be in our way? Any other Gith ships or Gith patrols or Gith armories?
Not immediately, no.
So we're not seeing any patrols on the sea?
Mm-mm.
Huh. Can we see the island itself?
No. You guys weren't close enough to it to see it.
All right. So we're still traveling.
Yeah.
Well, if we're in the right direction, somebody needs to keep a lookout for Gith, and then maybe we need to figure out if we can get Orem out of that crystal.
Well, we still want to try to head towards the pillar.
That is true.
So I say we make that our priority while we're here before reinforcements come.
Agreed. Sailing for the armory. Do we have an estimate of how far we are in terms of time away? Are we hours? Are we minutes?
You're
are we a day?
You're probably less than a day's travel.
Okay.
Oh, we can try doing some experimentation on the crystal while we sail.
With Dallin at the helm, I'm not sure if that would be wise. Do any of us have any particular arcane knowledges?
I'm sure one of the rest of you can handle the helm.
Yeah, exactly.
On a straight on heading.
Why don't maybe either Albrecht or Seven take the helm?
Yeah, I can take it.
All right. So show that crystal to Dallin.
Was there a lab or something like that?
There is a magic lab, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should go to the magic lab and place the Orem crystal on some sort of official-looking bench area where it can be, properly restrained and such.
You have one of those. You can even clamp it or something.
Yep.
Give them the clamps.
Yeah.
Clamps.
I think clamping is a good idea since we don't know exactly how he's going to get out or how pyrotechnic that process might be.
What if the clamps cause him to be clamped? That didn't seem to be an issue when we did this last time. I really wish that I was going to say we wish that we had the Queen's Rebellious Daughter's tuning fork, but I also wish we had her, and it's a real tragedy what happened to her.
Was the fork itself sonically powered?
I have no idea.
Nor do I. I wonder if we can generate some sort of sonic attack and shatter the gem.
Maybe with me and Dallin, we can both look at it. I'll kind of take it from a magical trap perspective, and he can take it from a pure magic perspective, and we can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. And I'll handle the nature side and see if there's any obvious aspect of it that can be diffused, for lack of a better word.
Sure, it might be in some way have affinity to the Feywild. Who knows? Let's do some science.
You guys run some tests.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's time for a montage.
What is Dallin doing?
Oh, I'm going to compare it to other crystal sliced structures that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know most of the buildings that we were using were crystal.
Yeah. Eldrin are big on crystals.
Yeah. So I'm going to be trying to figure out. Big thing is I'm going to try and identify what, if possible, what specific crystal it is, or at least what type of crystal and structure it's using.
Okay.
And then work my way from there based on what magics are typically used with said knowledge. Right now, identification is the major thing.
Okay. Well, give me an Arcana check.
That'll be a 33.
Well, you spend some time looking at it and checking out its properties, and it's pretty strange. It does seem like it's rock, like it is a crystalline structure that seems natural, but has been sort of worked through a process that you don't know or really understand into a completely new arrangement. Like this is essentially a synthetic jewel. Like it used to be something else, or its component parts were something else. Then it was kind of magically and forcibly arranged into a new configuration. And you've never seen anything with this configuration, as though it were from another world.
All right. So I have no frame of reference for this, guys.
How do you mean?
This structure isn't natural?
It's endemic to another vertex.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What?
You don't really want to know this.
The nature of reality is such that there are different levels, and we've been to this one, which may actually, do I remember anything about? I would like to try a nature check utilizing the knowledge that I had from actually seeing this thing previously in another vertex. That was a bad word. I don't know.
Go ahead.
39 versus AC. I want to hit it with my sword. No.
Do you roll 2 dice on nature checks?
I do, yeah. I have the haunted power. Roll 2 dice, use either result when making dang it. I was thinking perception. So unless we're calling this a perception check, I will.
I mean, we could call it a perception check. It's probably going to yield you about as much as a nature check, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, nature didn't work. What do I perceive?
Well, you definitely see Orem wandering around. Sometimes you see him like sitting down and like taking out his books and like writing notes and stuff, and then like putting his books away and wandering around. And it's like kind of like this fish-eyed lens. So it's like he's trying to find something, potentially a way out. And then so he like walks past, quote unquote, past you. And then a few minutes later, he just like walks right past again, like entirely with no visible recognition of the place that he just walked by, right? Not even the like a big theatrical, darn it, I'm walking in circles. He just like walks by, then walks by again.
What happens if I shine some light through it?
Light shines through it, and when you shine light through it, it becomes very difficult to spot anything inside it.
Orem doesn't react? Like the light shining in?
No, he doesn't seem to.
I guess whatever.
Also, if you throw it around, like set it down and spin it like a quarter, nothing happens. He doesn't seem to react to that.
Oh, so shaking it and putting it up to my ear doesn't do anything?
Nope.
Well, technically.
I kind of toss it back to Dahlin. Well, I've used up all of my thoughts.
Shook it, spun it, held it up to his ear. He's done.
And he shined some light through it.
Bit it, bit into it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, nothing. Thumped it with my finger.
This is meant to be some kind of I don't know, extra, basically little extra dimensional prison. So it makes sense that he can't get any sensory input from out here. Let me take a look. And I'm basically gonna look at it as if it was a magical trap, since that kind of seemed to be how it was used. And if there's a way to unlock it.
Sure.
So thievery check.
Yep.
Well, nat 20 for a 46.
Dang.
Okay. Well, with a nat 20, you can definitely look at this thing and understand it as a trap, because, like you said, it is meant to be a trap, and it's a trap that has been sprung and is not meant to release or become unsprung, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is absolutely locked. It's, the moment that it captures something, its properties change so that it can't capture anything else, and it can't release it. It literally can't. There's no mechanism or anything like that to release what it has. The only way to potentially get someone out is to destroy it.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What's that?
It's locked. Good and truly not meant to ever be opened again, locked. So we need to come up with a way to break the crystal.
Well, I excel at breaking things.
Yeah, the worry is breaking things without injuring Aurum.
Don't like the way that sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't seem to be affected by any external force. It's not as though
he doesn't seem to be affected by external stimuli. That doesn't mean that if we shattered the crystal, it wouldn't necessarily shatter him into a million pieces.
But when 7L's spun it, it did not affect him, physically speaking. He wasn't thrown about, and it makes me wonder if an impact, say a sword, would have no worse effect on whatever was inside and just break the crystal.
So in the back when I was working for the Coil, there were some rooms that were engineered for secret stuff and research, and you had walls, and someone could be talking pretty loudly outside of the walls, and you wouldn't be able to hear them. But if you say set the whole room on fire, everyone would still burn in the room. That's what I'm worried about.
We do not want to burn Master Aurum.
Yeah. We don't know enough about this. I think we need to wait.
Yes,
unfortunately.
We have more important pressing duties. I'll wander back up to the deck.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
I see. Anything coming?
Yeah, you spot a Gith catamaran type thing.
Ahead?
Sort of. Again, these things move very fast, and it's so.
On an intercept course?
No, it's not in an intercept course, and you're pretty sure that if you can see them, they can see you, and they are not intercepting. They are in fact trying to head past you, essentially.
Oh. Okay.
In what direction?
The direction that you guys were. It's just these guys aren't coming from. It's they're not coming from directly ahead. They're coming from off over there, so they're kind of making a beeline back to where they, presumably back to the platform.
That's probably not the best.
Maybe not.
It's probably better than them trying to intercept us right now.
Yeah, just boat casual for now, I guess.
Can we
No.
even see the pillar?
You can. Yeah, you're starting to be able to see the pillar.
Okay.
Maybe we should all rest up before we hit the island.
That's a
That's what
really
I
good
was
idea.
thinking.
This fights kind of took a bit out of me.
All right.
If we were to take a nap right now, would we be able to get in a long rest?
Yeah.
Aha!
Drumstick, do you like? I mean, I assume you sleep. Are you okay to, I don't know, watch and yell if any Gith start attacking the boat?
Sure.
Do you guys trust her to actually watch and yell?
I'll take first watch.
Okay, cool.
I mean, someone should be at the helm the entire time, anyways.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I'll take third watch.
All right. Well, I guess when you're rested up, Dolan, maybe come relieve me.
Can do.
All right. I'll keep us going for now.
So I guess Alberic's taking first watch.
I guess he is. Then I will take the second watch.
I'm taking first steer. I didn't. I thought maybe. I don't know.
Alberic's steer is pretty much uneventful. You're pretty sure that, like, off in the distance, you do spot another gift ship that is also just heading in that direction.
But nothing coming up behind.
Nope, not that you can see.
Hmm.
Those ships are very fast, but the Regent is actually pretty fast, and yeah, them getting all the way back to the platform and then catching up to you does seem like they would have to be faster than they actually seem to be traveling. So they would have to be immensely fast for that, or be able to communicate with some other ship to intercept you is maybe more likely, but that doesn't seem to be happening.
All right.
And after a few hours, Dalin is rested up.
Okay.
Hey, Albert, I'll take over.
All right. Not much yet. Another ship passing the other way, but that's been about it. I'm gonna hit the bunk.
All right, a decent rest.
Yeah, thanks. Go below decks.
All right, when you get to your cabin, you can hear Drumstick is in your room, and she's talking.
Kind of nudge open the door, and
Yeah, she looks like she's just sitting on your, like, you guys in the rooms have, like, basically your bed and, like, a desk. And that's pretty much it. Maybe like a little pedestal where you can keep like a bowl of water or something for like washing up. But she's like sitting on your desk and she's just like talking. And she's like, "No way. Really? No way.
who you talking to, pup?
Oh, I was talking to the ghost."
Can you ask the ghost his name?
"Oh, you scared it away."
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
What'd it look like?
It looked like this.
Thanks. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep.
All right, I'll let you sleep.
Good night.
And she scampers out of your room.
For purely referential purposes, what does they-us look like this time?
This time it's like, like when a horse like kicks. It's like that, and it like makes her little bushy gray tail like fly around when she does it.
I cannot wait to actually see this ghost because I'm just so curious about what it actually looks like.
It's a hallucination. The fox is on something.
I mean, it's plausible, but I believe her, and we're just gonna be like caught so off guard. Never mind, I have an idea, but I'm not in the scene.
It's gonna be really great when it turns out to just be like a giant spectral version of Drumstick, and she was actually telling you exactly what the ghost was doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she's actually been taking levels of like the Pathfinder class summoner.
Yeah. I mean, the ship gives you what you need. Maybe, when you guys get off the ship, she gets a little lonely, and so
Yeah, she's got a buddy, which is also herself.
Dalin's half shift goes by uneventfully. He does not see any ships. And then presumably Seven Owl shows up.
Yep, I show up. Dalin, any trouble? Anything to report?
No. Did you say there were more ships, Rodrigo?
There were not.
All right.
But you can tell him that Albrecht saw some.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out then. Go get the rest or whatever it is that you do.
All right.
And I'll take the wheel and stare out into the distance, pointing the ship towards the pillar.
Okay. Well, yeah, and the time that you've been resting, now the pillar is a lot more evident.
I kind of shake my fist at it.
Your shift goes by relatively, or not relatively, goes by completely uneventfully as well.
Good. Need everybody to heal and rest and do all those things that they do.
Yeah. So you guys are all able to get a full rest. So you can reset your action points to 1, unless you're 7 owls, in which case they reset to 2.
Yay!
And get all your dailies back, all your encounters back, heal up to full, and get all your healing surges back. And of course, all your milestones reset as well.
Yay.
That's good, and also not such. I wanted to keep some milestones for later.
Yeah, keeping milestones milestones are the positives of not resting, right? Like something that 4th edition was conscious of is your like fight a monster, like fight one monster, set up camp, like go into the next room, fight a monster, set up camp, kind of D&D thing, because casters need rest. So they tried to make it so that at least you get more powerful the more you fight and the more you do. Eventually it's kind of diminishing returns. More than one milestone is actually not very helpful. So you guys are all awake, and you can now very plainly see the pillar ahead. Who would be on lookout?
I think Sparkle, if either Sparkle or Sakar, probably.
Sparkle went last time. Sakar will go this time.
Okay. Sakar can hang out at the crow's nest and look through a spyglass and spot the shore of the 1,000-hectare armory.
Do there seem to be any fortifications or visible protectors or troops or anything?
Oh Lord, yes. It's kind of hard to see individual things, but there are very clear fortifications. You're pretty sure you also see like siege weaponry. So like, maybe trebuchets or ballistas or something that are like set up, not necessarily things that have been like wheeled out recently, but things that have been like installed into like buildings and stuff.
Okay.
And also, besides that, you see several, just in your field of vision, several dozen ships that have kind of they're astral ships. So again, they look more like big floating rectangular prisms than like your ship. But these are very kind of angular and pointy, and are made of a black stone, and have not really accents. I mean, they're clearly functional, but accents of kind of a matte steel that's not very shiny.
I will relay this information.
Okay.
Does there seem to be an optimal angle of insertion, or are we going to be pretty much swarmed no matter how we interact?
Yeah, definitely. It really looks like they are on a pretty tight patrol. And so definitely from this angle, you wouldn't be able to get in. And it's very likely that these patrols extend around. So even if you get past them, there's no like clear place to dock that wouldn't immediately be spotted. I will point out too that when Sakar relays this information, Albrecht recognizes those as Obsidian Huntress ships. Basically, those are Endgate ships.
I've still got Salath's fetter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll like kind of hold on to it and say, Salath, do you have agents here?
I do not.
That's unfortunate. Could use some intelligence on any safer way to get through.
Yes. If these are indeed Obsidian Huntress troops, then it makes a lot of sense why I haven't been able to land anyone here. And in fact, if you manage to find a way to shore, I would strongly recommend leaving my dagger here.
Sure, that makes sense. Don't want to put you at risk.
Yes, if a necromancer gets a hold of it, then that is me.
Yeah, of course.
So you guys can continue to approach relatively safely for a little while because the region is so small compared to most of the ships that are kicking around, except for the gift ships, which are smaller. But you guys aren't necessarily easy to spot in the horizon. But after a little while, you guys have to kind of slow down and figure out an angle of approach. Perhaps not literally, but at least figuratively an angle of approach.
If only the ship could turn invisible. Perhaps if we all need it very loudly to turn invisible.
I think not so much. Wish we had any way of, say, like activating the defense mechanisms that used to be here, but it's probable they've already been disabled.
What kind of defense mechanisms?
They were giant mechanical dwarves that came out of the ocean.
Huh.
With this many ships around, one would think those have been disabled.
Yeah, exactly.
Boop. Squeebity boop. Squee boop. Doop doop.
What's up, Drumstick?
Drumstick's kind of like dancing, like she's kind of sitting on her haunches, but she like throws up a paw every once in a while, and she's like singing along to something.
You having a good time?
Yeah, this is a pretty kicking beat.
I don't hear any music.
You gotta really listen. You gotta get your butt on the ground.
I'll like press my head to the deck.
Okay. Anybody who wants to do that, except for Albrecht, can give me a perception check.
Sure.
I see everyone else doing it. I will shrug my shoulders and do the same. 23 for me.
Okay.
Woo!
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, wait, sorry. I didn't. That was not actually a roll. I just typed 20.
Oh, yeah.
No, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did.
D20
wow.
plus 20.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Then sweet. 2 nat 20s on that. I've got a 40.
I've got a 33.
Okay. Well, I will say that definitely Dallin and Little Sparkle, obviously, when they get their heads up against the deck, they can actually really more feel than anything a kind of a rhythmic thumping, like just like boom, 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 boom. The moment that Albrecht just spends any concentration on it, he can feel it through his feet. He doesn't actually have to like get down on the dock. And he also recognizes that it's a base stone message.
Can I tell what the message is? Do I know that?
Yeah. You have to know Dwarven to be able to decode the message. It's a set of coordinates. The rest of you, again, unless you speak Dwarven, yeah, you can you can feel it. You can tell that there's something going on, except for Seven Owls Wise, who is.
I don't hear any. What's
coordinates?
Coordinates?
Yeah,
Can you tell their coordinates?
It's a base stone message. It's a Dwarven thing.
How's that done?
Well, you take a stone that is probably about 100 by 40 by 40 feet, and then with a mechanism you hit the ground, like you basically just hit it against the ground. It doesn't go up very far, but it's just like you just like hit it, boom, 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 boom. And it sends, just literally just shakes the earth in every direction. And apparently the vibrations can make it through the astral sea.
Let's see. So, yep, I relay that.
That's weird.
It's an impressive communication system, and very good sign that at least some of our allies are still alive.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I assume, is it automated, or?
I wouldn't think it'd be, would it?
I mean, some really fancy ones are programmable. So you can, it's like a pianola kind of thing.
Well, can we figure out where these coordinates would be?
Yeah, these coordinates are going to take you away from the armory, but not very far. It's kind of not exactly the direction you came, but back in that, like if you guys were approaching, say, from the south, this would take you like southeast.
It's not the way that those other ships would have been heading, would it?
Nope, that was kind of the opposite way.
Pretty much. Okay, good.
So those ships would have been heading southwest.
Maybe we could check it out. Maybe we can find some other way in.
You say
yeah, this seems like a much better lead than going into that mess.
Pretty much agree.
You say this is a dwarven thing?
It's dwarven.
Gith tend to not speak dwarven?
As far as I know.
All right. Better than a trap trying to lure all the other rogue dwarves from the area into a trap. So I'll trust your judgment if you think this is where we need to go.
Feels like
dwarven.
Any trap like that can't be any worse than what's going on up there.
Yeah, I don't think they need an elaborate trap considering the army they've got here.
Agreed.
If they were trying to draw
in the stronghold of a dwarven god, I think the simplest possible answer is that there may be
dwarves. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, kind of how I'm feeling.
It's okay. Seven Owls is just pulling double duty because your super paranoid guy left. So what do you guys do?
I think we take the coordinates.
Follow the
Okay.
coordinates.
You guys start sailing that way. After a little bit of sailing, you guys very nearly have another incident because a very small island comes up very quick. But you guys are able to spot it and stop before anything runs aground this time.
Island.
You'd think this would be a lot more obvious.
Well,
this
seems like a good hiding place.
Where the coordinates led us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is it.
Let's dock.
Yeah.
Is there a dock?
Not really. You guys can take a longboat down, but you'll have to like tie up the ship to something once you get there.
Okay. Well, let's do that. And that solves the problem of Salath's fetter as well. Drumstick, you're in charge of this. Don't hide it someplace you'll forget where it is.
Okay. She takes it and goes below decks.
And if you see the ghost, ask its name.
Oh, apparently she saw the ghost last night.
What?
She was talking to it in my room when I went to bed.
Did she say what she was talking about?
Not really.
Did she say what it looked like?
Like this.
That's super unhelpful. So, I have a weird theory, which is that it could be Randus. He seems to be temporally out of phase, and it's possible he's trying to reach us and can't, but somehow Drumstick could see him.
I wouldn't put it past her, but it's all hard telling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else, what good it does. We can try to, again, ask her to ask its name and possibly get some other useful information the next time they interact.
You could describe Randus to her.
Yeah, that's also a good idea. Drumstick?
She comes back up. You guys are back? How'd it go?
We haven't actually left yet. What were you and the ghost talking about?
Oh, he was telling me stuff.
Like what?
He was like, ooh.
Did he use, human words or just make weird noises?
Is ooh a word?
Sort of.
No.
Not really. Not in this context.
Oh, then no.
What? Did the ghost look like human?
How you mean?
Did it stand on two legs?
I think so.
Oh boy. Did it wear clothing?
I think so.
Did it have a tail?
I don't think so.
All right, we're getting somewhere. You're not just answering all my questions with "I think so."
Oh wait, like a ponytail?
No, like a tail that comes out of your back. But did it have a ponytail?
I don't remember.
Did it wear goggles?
Which ones are goggles?
The things that go over your eyes?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you see the ghost again, ask it its name.
Did it seem to be a man or a woman?
I couldn't tell.
And it only said ooh.
Well, it didn't really say ooh so much as the noise it made.
Did it? And did it make the noise from its mouth?
Well, I couldn't really tell.
Would
Ghosts
I not?
are very mysterious. You can't tell what they look like.
Well, it depends on the ghost, I think.
They're very fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, ghosts.
I don't know that you know what do you think a ghost is?
It's like a spooky thing that
Sure.
hangs out in your house.
Okay. How big was it?
It was pretty big.
Like as big as me?
Yeah.
As
big like you, big like Sakar.
Okay, so it was as big as Sakar? Was it bigger than Sakar?
No, same size.
Same size as Sakar.
Yeah, like medium.
Was it closer to my size or Sakar's size or somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, pretty big like you guys.
Okay. This is super helpful. And you couldn't touch it?
Well, I didn't try. That seems rude.
Well, I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Right. How about the next time you see the ghost and we're on the ship, you make a noise and let us know.
Yeah, I'll come get you.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that's about all I can think of to try to make this in any way more comprehensible. Thanks, Drumstick.
No problem.
Ask it its name.
Ask the ghost the name. I gotcha.
2 arms, 2 legs?
Yeah, at least.
At least. Great.
Doesn't Randus have a big metal arm?
He does. I'm not sure. Was one of the arm made out of metal?
No, it's made out of ghost.
Okay.
Was one of the arms bigger than the other?
Bigger than which one?
The other
bigger than the other one that it had.
Any of its arms were bigger than some of its other arms, I suppose.
How many arms did it have?
I don't know. At least 2.
Oh boy. It might not be Randus or a humanoid. Okay. Well, I think that's all we can do for now. I don't really know how we're supposed to press forward on this one. Can you try to get an accurate arm count? Because each of us only has 2 arms. And you have, depending on how you want to put it, 2 or 4.
Or 0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I've always found arm count to be subjective.
Okay. So if you consider yours to be 4 and us to be
I don't have
4.
any arms.
Okay.
How many arms do I have?
1, 2.
Okay.
All right. Next time you see the ghost, ask its name, come get us.
Next time I see the ghost, ask how many arms it has, count its name, come get you.
Great. All right. How about just come get us?
All right.
Thank you.
Seven Owls is like standing on the edge of the place where we're getting off, just staring, kind of like, are you people serious?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to do any good. Apparently, I scared it off last night.
I mean, it's a shot. Look, if our boat is haunted, I would like to know what it's haunted by before it does something untoward.
It may not be a haunting so much as some sort of spirit of the boat or something on the boat
Yeah, I'm
itself.
actually I'm disinclined to think it is a conventional ghost, considering a sloth hasn't reacted to it, and I would at least sort of think that someone who is a ghost would be able to interact with other ghosts.
Yeah, I trust his opinion on the matter.
So
and clearly the creature is perceiving something on a level that isn't entirely vision because, well, to be honest, she's talking like I do when people ask me to explain my abilities. It's something you feel, you understand, you know, but you can't necessarily articulate.
Yeah, I mean, she is a creature of the Feywild. It is possible that she's, I don't know, able to access some other form of magic. If she's useful in her powers of unconventional observation, but very hard to have a conversation with.
I think the word you're looking for is infuriating.
No, I think she's pretty cute.
I believe Seven Owls Wise is impatient and he may have the right idea.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Are we ready then?
Yes, we're ready.
All right, let's go.
All right. So you guys get in a longboat, lower it down. It doesn't burst into flames, so apparently it also works. And then you take it to the shore along with a pretty big sturdy rope that's attached to the ship. And you guys are able to tie the ship down once you get there. This island is pretty small. There you can pretty much from the ship tell exactly how big it is. Like you would be able to walk across this place in less than a day. And once you get down, there is evidence that someone at some point was either living here or passed through here, because there are just like straight up like big iron basically pegs that you can like tie the boat to. There is evidence of buildings pretty close to the shore. Like basically you can see like the floor plans still on the ground. And then deeper in, there are some, at first it looks, or when you guys were pulling in, it looked like a natural kind of rock formation. But now that you're closer to it, you can see that it's basically a wall of just natural rocks that has been erected and is kind of blocks your view of what's on the other side.
A mystery. We should proceed
investigate.
with caution. Yes. Are we at the exact coordinates, or is it indicating well on the other side of that wall?
No, the coordinates are kind of rough. Like the coordinates probably, if you were to be completely precise about it, they do land somewhere on the island. But part of the reason why the island came up fast is because they weren't like 100% like, it's like they don't necessarily know or even care which direction you're coming from. Mm-hmm. So it's like these coordinates are on this island, right?
Okay.
If you guys follow along the wall for a little while, you're able to find basically a portal in, just kind of a posted what was it, like a posted lintel? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That you
like
are
not
able,
quite an arch.
Yeah, it's just 2 pillars and then
overhead
a slab on top.
All right. Is there a door to it, or is it just an opening?
Nope, just an opening.
Can we see into it?
Yeah.
What do we see? Anything?
Yeah. Inside, you see a stone circle that has been carved out. So a lot of the stuff around here is like very rough hewn rock, including this portal. But inside, you see this circle of stone on the ground that is kind of raised, kind of like a stage. And then there are 5 stones, 5 standing stones that are probably about maybe 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Each of which is is kind of a rectangular prism, but has very soft edges. It doesn't, there's no like real corner so much as once you start getting to the close of the edge, it just kind of tapers into, kind of a soft downward slope.
Are these
and
troll traps?
These are not troll traps.
Oh, phew. Okay.
And each of them has if you were to split them into thirds, each of them on the very upper third has a big circle, or a big hole that goes all the way through it.
Hello?
Is there a significance to these that you know of, Albrecht?
These are singing stones. You need to sing to activate them.
Like a dwarven song?
Typically.
Any
Okay.
particular song?
Is there any particular song?
It's less about the song. I mean, there probably is a specific song that goes with these, but the important part is the frequency. So when dwarves use singing stones, they do learn a song to go with it, but the purpose of the song is to get you to that frequency, and so that you can learn it, right? Because there aren't all that many dwarves with perfect pitch that can just hit it every time. So the song teaches you to do it, but you would not immediately know the song that goes with this. And also, these seem really old, but even by dwarf standards.
Well, it's just having to get the right pitch more than anything.
Is it the same for all the stones, or?
It should be.
Yeah.
Would each stone require an individual singer?
Yeah.
So, what song are we supposed to sing?
Depends. I mean, the songs basically, give you the pitch, but just kind of depends on what, tone these are set to.
Oh, is there a way to tell?
Start singing and see if you get a reaction.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Start singing some dwarven ditties.
Okay.
Look at this photograph.
Get out.
Can't
Look
fire
at this
me.
graph.
Yeah, look at this lithograph.
Damn it, I wish I'd thought of that.
All right, so Albrecht tries a few songs. Definitely the more upbeat ones don't, and higher register ones don't seem to do it until he gets to some dirges and then starts to get some reaction.
Well, guess I'll brush off some more of my old material. Start singing some gloomy songs.
Okay. Yep. You start singing a gloomy song and start the stone that you're closest to starts to vibrate sympathetically once you hit a particular note. So you're pretty sure that you have it.
All right. Think we got it.
I will join in, imitating him exactly.
Okay. Well, that's something that you are specifically good at, so you can get 2 stones vibrating.
I don't know how to sing.
It's simple. You simply match his tone and pitch.
Try to hum along.
Sakaar tries to join the threnody of the singing stones.
Okay. Well, Sakaar definitely can think back to all of those singing lessons that he tried to avoid back in court. But, it's like riding a bike.
Never goes away.
Yeah, so after a few tries, he's pretty sure that he can get the right pitch. Yeah, it's pretty low.
7 Owls will try.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard.
Lower, man.
Yeah, I imagine it as like the Mystics from like Dark Crystal singing.
Yeah. It is very much like that. It's very low. It's like, I mean, it's like if you've seen The Hobbit, is pretty much the last line of the Misty Mountain song.
I just keep hearing the THX sound.
It does not go up in pitch. Yeah, I mean, 7 Owls is having some issues with it. You might have to like actually teach him the dirge to get him there.
I can try.
Okay.
Was never chosen for choir leader, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's also really great because I'm pretty sure this edition doesn't have anything resembling a like performance skill.
Performance skill?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Which is great because going into D&D, you'd think at some point they would be like, well, we're gonna have bards at some point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
and those will be the guys who will sing, but
I
nobody
think
else.
it falls under intimidate myself.
There we go. Rocks, do what I say.
Yep.
I would definitely allow.
Diplomacy to teach him?
No, it's a dirge. It's religion.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's depressing.
So 7 Owls and Albrecht can give me a religion check, and if either of you gets anything decent, I'll let 7 Owls learn the song.
38.
Oh boy.
38's pretty good, so that's probably good enough.
Let's see what I'll do just for fun. 34.
Yeah, your 7 Owls again, is like singing is kind of a part of your training, but it's the part of the training that you abandoned pretty quickly once it became obvious that you could, 1-inch punch through 17 boards.
Yep.
So they were like, oh yeah, this boy doesn't need to sing. Let's just throw him into a nest of
put the honor and respect of your
monsters.
ancestors into it. Yeah, kind of like that.
Think of everything you've lost and channel that into your voice.
Or, have the ability to perfectly imitate anyone's voice. I just don't understand you human, elf, non-Kenku or gnolls, apparently.
You mammals.
Not everyone has a beak,
Gnolls are
dear.
mammals. They can do it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
All right. Do you think Dalin? Do you think this would be easy or hard for Dalin?
I've been debating that the entire time as to whether or not Dalin's obvious Eladrin mastery of song would extend to this lowest of registers.
Yeah.
Collins may be a great singer, but yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
just like an
falsetto.
octave too high.
Yeah, we're going like perfect pitch 3 octaves higher.
Yeah, it's like, does that work?
Yeah.
Can you be on the...
That would
Actually,
resonate, right?
yes, I will say that it does. Once Dalin figures out that he can actually transpose it,
Yes.
he can sing, but it has to be really high.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Same note though.
Yep.
Seems to be working.
Wraps all the way around.
All right.
So
let's get some
you guys all
harmonies
have
up
to.
in here.
You guys all have to do it at once.
All right.
Like a barbershop quintet.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it.
Join in, people. You're killing me here.
Yep. Good luck scrubbing that, Schleicher.
Oh no! Good luck to our listeners trying to scrub that out of their minds. Plenty of bleach, people. Plenty of bleach.
Just give him a hum and let him pitch it up there, Rob.
Yeah. So yes, you guys all like that. That's good. That's good enough. You guys all sing near your stone, and you suddenly feel like a tremor, like the ground shifts, and sort of as each of you go to stabilize yourself, kind of get one leg behind you, or go into basically slide your legs apart to stabilize. You realize that you are somewhere else all of a sudden. At which point, each of you gets the you guys know what a halberd looks like. It's like a
to like the throat.
It's like a pole arm with an axe and then a pointy bit and then a hooky bit. So yes, you each get the pointy. You guys each get the pointy end of a halberd to the throat.
Pointy end of the stick.
Not stabbing, but obviously threateningly.
Yep.
Well, that sounds like a perfect spot to end this week's episode. Oh, who's going to be on the other side? Friend? Foe? Or something else altogether?
Will we have to sing again?
I mean, we're just going to have to tune in next week to find out. But until then, here's hoping all of your musical notes are perfectly pitched.
This podcast is copyright 2019 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.